Okay, it's Super Sons number 5, and as you can see, it looks like it's Superboy versus Robin in the Batcave. And I always wonder where Batman got that giant coin. Him, the dinosaur. And how he got it down here on his own. Did he call some of the super friends to help him move it? Oh, let me guess, Clark, you need help moving a couch? No, a dinosaur, and a giant penny. And a giant question mark. And a giant dice. Alfred's sure too old to move them. Is that what you use Super Friends for when you're Batman? Moving all your trophies into a cave? Oh, Gotham City, the Batcave. I have met my greatest enemy, Pennyworth. Boredom. When do I get to go back on patrol? It's been almost a week. The Kent kid and I saved a family. Not until your sentence is up, Master Damien. Kent's mother and father are the real problem. Batman just has to punish me to save face. It's why I like working with my Teen Titans team. No parents. And this is why I chose not to have children. Yeah, I'm sure you chose it, Alfred. Kent even said I should have asked him to be part of the Titans. Not a teen, not a Titan. Picture painted, easy concept to grasp. Or so I thought. Plus, I think the fans would go nuts. There'd be constant wars on the message boards about whether or not he belonged because he wasn't a teen. I'm not dealing with that fallout. No idea why Bruce wastes spending time with his father. Your father considers many things a waste of time, such as sleeping. But I know that one thing he never doubts is his friendship with Superman. Super loser is more like it. I have no time for Superman or his running. We then cut to Jonathan Kent, get down here right now. Hours earlier, Hamilton County. You know you're grounded from using powers. But Mom, they make the chores easier. And you should have thought about that before taking off on your little adventure last week. Finish moving the bales like a normal person. I'm not sure a normal person moves that many bales of hay in a day. Whatever. Don't tell us you missed Super Sons 1 through 4. Yeah, don't tell us that. Don't tell me that. Jonathan? Did I see you using your powers? No, I can normally leap higher than 3 stories while carrying 6 bales of hay. Mom handled it. After you're done, you can get packing, too. Get ready to start shipping things to Metropolis. Don't remind me. Now I won't even have any privacy with 8 million people outside my window. John, you'll love Metropolis. Nothing wrong with change sometimes. Okay. Full disclosure, I've looked on a bunch of maps, and it seems more or less canon in the DC universe that Metropolis is in Delaware. It seems to be more or less canon. Metropolis is in Delaware, and Gotham is in New Jersey. Now, why do I bring that up? Well, because they cite the figure 8 million people as the population of Metropolis. Now, even assuming that's an exaggeration and just a generalization, although I've seen that figure repeated several times in DC Comics over the years, there's just one little problem. As I said, I'm in the state of Delaware. Our population, according to the last publicly available census, is somewhere in the 900,000s, maybe just over 1 million people total for the state. So Metropolis pretty much, yeah, it increases the size of the population by about 800%. Then again, we're not the Earth that the DC universe takes on. No, we're Earth Prime. You know, the Earth that was wiped out by a wave of antimatter in 1985, the year I was born. Boy, I tell you, that really shook. That really shook up my childhood, having our entire universe wiped out by a wave of antimatter. I remember it was years before we fixed all that up. When I was your age, the Big M was all I dreamed about. Yeah, I know. Big dreams, big city, newspaper, a big world out there. But I'm not you. Please don't make us move. I like it here. All my friends are here. Sweetie, you'll make new friends, I promise. You always do. Yeah, a square like him is bound to make friends in a city school. We've talked about this. Right now, after everything we've been through, this is what's best for all of us, buddy. No, it's what's best for you. Just like making me not use my powers. You think that's going to be easier in a city? You want to keep me in a prison, so I never get to be myself. Jonathan, wait! Well, there goes our Parents of the Year award. Maybe I should let him burn off some steam. In the meantime, I'll keep an eye on him. Sometimes being Superboy isn't all it's cracked up to be. I'm getting tired of keeping a check on my powers all the time. Moving sucks. Cities sucks. Damien dragged me to fight Kid Amazo, and he probably got off fine while I got grounded. Robin sucks too. And I'm gonna tell him face to face. Ah! Hey! Intruder alert! It's me, you idiot! Stop throwing stuff! You could be an escaped Amazo doppelganger that I missed. Would you cut it out? It's me. And the artwork on this book is always the best, is always my favorite in comics right now. But so I just love this pose of Robin poking Superboy's face. It's just great. It's got so much character to it and everything, and I really wouldn't mind seeing an animated series of this show, as long as it isn't a Teen Titans Go type show and it stays true to the spirit of the comics, because the panels are just like so well put together, you can almost imagine them as animation. You can pretty much imagine them as animation here. The sense of movement and character in every panel is just incredible to me. Fine. It's really you. That must be very disappointing. So now, all that we've cleared up who, let's get into the why. I kind of ran away. My mom and dad were really mad at me when they found out about the Amazo stuff. Did your dad get mad? Who can tell? He's always mad. But no, sneaking out at night is in my DNA. Yeah, well, not mine. Still don't understand why you're here. You were under house arrest. So what? Well, on top of that, I found out we're moving to Metropolis. Needed some space. And I hate to even say it out loud, but I guess maybe I wanted to see if you had some advice. And use the bathroom. Oh, I'm grounded. Oh, I'm moving to a city. Oh, I need some personal space. Get a grip, Kent. Coming here was a mistake. You're a big string bean of wasted potential. You should embrace change instead of moping around and acting like we're friends. Yeah, like you weren't here crying to Alfred about not going out with Batman. I do not cry. Well, I should have let he should have let me go with him tonight. Boo-hoo. My father has the patience of a saint to put up with your family. Get it through your head, Kent. We are not friends. Never said we were. Then what the hell are you doing here? This! Too slow. I don't think so. I'm getting really tired of holding back with you, Kent. Good, 'cause I'm really sick of putting up with you. You talk too much. Thanks for the advice. You're welcome. And I can't help but think that whatever that was that just exploded looked like it was important. And it was explosive. And here's where they act shocked because Alfred may have noticed the sound of an explosion just below his feet. Master Damien, what is going on down there? Uh-oh. I'm not supposed to be here. What do I do? Hide, you dummy. There's a hatch. I study up there sometimes. And here comes one of my favorite panels in all of comics. Ever. I cannot believe my life has come to a place where I have to say this. Please step out of the dinosaur's buttocks. Would you care to tell me why you chose to visit our sanctuary? He came to complain that life is so cruel. Shut up! You shut up! I've watched your fathers go from weary suspicion around each other to trusted confidants, but it was not easy. It took time, patience, and far too many arguments. And as you grow older, it's easy to become rigid in your ways, never willing or able to see the world from other perspectives, never trusting that yours is not the only way. Shutting yourself off from new and old friends alike is never a healthy idea, especially in your father's line of work. There's nothing better in this world than a friend who's gone through what you've gone through. They can help you and find a path where you thought there wasn't one. I really don't want to move from Hamilton. Cities, stink. You can't be afraid of change, Kent. It's gonna happen no matter what. That's something we can all attest to. Boys? Where did you come from? Diabolical! How would you like it if I followed you everywhere and listened in on your conversations? You do. You're my son, George. I was worried about you after our argument, and when I saw where you were headed, lucky for us we got here before you boys blew up my cave. World's greatest detective, and he didn't notice that massive explosion? Is it true what Mr. Pennyworth said about you and Batman arguing all the time? That was before Damien's dad and I discovered just how much we could relate to each other. Like looking after children who just tried to pummel each other. And I'm sure you weren't the least bit curious to see who would win. Who do you think would win if we fought? Me. But I'm stronger and I can fly. Me. I think your cowl's on too tight. I'm sorry, buddy, but the move to Metropolis is going to happen. It won't be easy, but it's where our life is, where our future is. I need you to be willing to accept that. Doesn't mean I have to like it, Dad. No, you're right, it doesn't. But if your mother and I are going to accept that we can't hide your powers anymore. You need to be a part of the world, not protected from it. Maybe it's time to begin your own adventures with someone closer in age, who knows what you're going through. Really? That's awesome. Thanks for trusting me. But no going out alone. You always have to stay together. Now I just have to sell that to Lois. Good luck with that, Kent. What do you want to do? Remember what I said before we took down Kid Amazo? Ask for forgiveness, not permission. As long as I'm home on time. Next, Teen Titans. Okay, this issue is pretty amazing. It shows why this is my favorite book. It has the perfect amount of character development. It has the Batman and Superman I've always wanted ever since I was a kid. When I think of Batman and Superman, I don't think of a psychopath trying to kill and a hypocrite trying to kill each other. It's not only what we saw in Batman vs. Superman, it's what we see in oh so many comics. Less talented writers think that just because they have different methods, that means that they hate each other to the point of wanting to kill each other or constantly trying to disable each other. That's not how these things work. And it really builds up a level of friendship between Damian and Jonathan with their fighting, but then their friendship shines through when they're distracted, and Damian helping Jonathan, and Jonathan is causing Damian to mature as a person, and vice versa, and it's just as I said in my cancel video. I really hope this continues in some way, because the thought of seeing these characters continue to grow over the years is just too appetizing and too good a thing to pass up. This is just a great issue for showing that, and I can't think of a thing I would change about this issue. So even though it doesn't have any major plot points and it's just a character piece, it is a great character piece. So, with amazing artwork, so I'm giving it a 10 out of 10. It is just that good. Now next time we'll be joined by the Teen Titans. So see you then.